gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord, yeah.
They took a goddamn bat-winged angel to heaven. Guess what, St. Pete? You're just sitting around. You ain't got a job no more because Ozzy done kicked down the door swinging around balls. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle a lot of ants. I can't wait to get there. Woo, the nature boy thinks heaven's just got a little bit cooler. I'm going to bite the head off of several bats in hopes that I can be a protege. Call down on to me, oh saint of bat foolery. Ozzy Osbourne has left the building. Nature boy is sad, but I've got a boner. It's an awkward one.
Rip.
Re-up.
Rip.
Introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Lita. I do art stuff, and if you want to follow my art, you can go to Well That Is Odd all underscored on Instagram, or you can follow me on Facebook and watch my progression and see me post about nothing, really. And that's it. That's who I am. Run, George, run! I can only carry a conversation by myself for so long.
And I'm George. I'm a Leo. I like long walks on the beach, foot massages, a little bit of cuticle work. So if you run a nail salon, my nail beds are fucked up, and I really need to get right with foot Jesus.
You need yourself a nice foot.
I've never had a fucking foot anything done.
Really?
It's
like the best thing ever.
And I should have. Not like I have a problem. I should have gone, but I was so used to like fighting, like have I talked about like what happens to your toes when you're training
I'm
MMA?
I'm sure it's disgusting.
Oh yeah, dude, you haven't lived until you've had your big toenail split in half and fall off because somebody was like, "I'm stomping your toes today."
I think I'll just pass. I prefer not fighting.
Oh yeah. Like I mean, I don't like doing it unless I have to. Now
I'm just Pablow!
I only have to spar once a month hard now, and it's hard. Like I hadn't done it like since probably the middle of COVID, because you had dedicated training partners, so whatever they trained, and everybody was, MMA was the easiest thing to get anybody to train with you. So I did that, and I was really good coming out of COVID lockdown. I was fucking people's legs up, but then I got a new job. Can't go three times a week like I used to, and I don't teach as much. So when I go back in there, I remember a lot of it, but the timing's slightly off. But being in that situation with somebody that's like 24 and they have cardio, it's like, all right, well, it's time for old man strength, which is laying on top of you and sweating until you get tired, and then I can do stuff. But yeah, it is slightly satisfying as an old person. Whooping a young person's ass.
I mean, yeah, I can't.
That's in a voluntary sense. I'm not going to show up at the fucking skating rink being like, who won it?
Hip tossing little teenagers left to right. At the roller.
Yo, I'll fuck you up on them speed skates.
Fucking skates were flying.
A skate ski stuck in the wall like a shuriken.
No,
Dude.
you wouldn't do that.
That would be awesome.
But
though.
it would be funny.
What if somebody came in as Skate Rambo and had like a bandolier of fucking skate keys, throwing them at fucking youngsters' chests? Guys from Whiff. I don't know. Celia was rolling around and she came around the third pin, and some guy just killed her.
Tossing,
The roller
tossing
skate
skates
murderer.
like fucking ninja stars.
That had to have been done. If I've thought about it,
You can get a good spin, like if you like, just take the like the heel of the foot and just,
yeah,
or the
dude.
sole, pick up the sole and swing it by the sole. You can definitely get some somersault action before the skates really tear
Woo!
somebody's face up,
Dude. I don't even think kids go to the skate rink. Like, they had the one out there, and all I've seen is people our age and their kids, like, at that place.
Yeah,
The last
I mean,
generation.
when I took Taylor, when I took Ava a long, long time ago.
Oh yeah, to the Mac place.
Yeah, she was, it was a ton of fucking teenagers then, and
Maybe the certain nights.
they were just definitely like falling all over the place, awkward, and
Do kids still ride bikes? I don't see that often anymore.
I don't either. In fact, like on Marketplace, I saw somebody was giving away a bike, and
I'll take it.
You know me. Usually, I skip on the like junk, but I sent that screenshot to Matt or Adam, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude! You need to get this. You need to get this right now. You're in town. Go swing by and see if it's there." Because it was like they had like the two bikes. One of them was like one of those cruisers, and it was like baby blue with white, and it had like a white leather banana seat. And I'm like, holy fuck! And it says free. There's a big sign that said free. There's no way that bike was still there when he was there. But I was like, please stop by and see.
Oh yeah, dude.
I need to have that bike.
Every now and again, you'll see free stuff on that Facebook or Marketplace. I saw a 24-channel mixer, and I couldn't get out of work. It was one of the days where I had to work till like 6, and I tried to get Chris to do it, and right when I fucking messaged him, it started fucking pouring, and I looked at the radar, and it had already been raining over there, and I was like, that thing's fucked even if I get it.
Yeah.
Like, but it would have been perfect for here. I could have left that here and taken my other mixer and just kept it at Catamount, and that way I wouldn't have to lug shit back and forth.
Damn. It's the luck of the.
Yeah, like I'm sure I'll
man.
find another one. There's that's one thing. I don't know if other industries have seen this, but I'm sure they have to a certain extent. Like there was a lot of stuff that people were doing during COVID that they picked up these new hobbies. And then especially once they started having to go back to like at very least hybrid to go back to work, a lot of people gave it up, and they would buy higher end stuff because people were getting extra money every month. So it was just like, let's do this.
Let's just spend like crazy.
Yeah, and they so there was a bunch of like guitar prices went up, and I remember when I bought Lily her first bass, that bass like 6 or 7 months before that was like $75 less. And it was just the demand went up. Everybody was buying it. Guitar makers, it was even used guitars on this website that I go to called Reverb. It's typically where I buy all my shit. Used prices went up to regular retail prices. I got my Les Paul by like. Here's a hint if you're a musician. If you want a Les Paul, go in and search broken or repaired neck, because they break. They have this flaw because of the neck tilt. A lot of times people will drop them, or in shipping they'll break. That one is normally like $1,000, and I got it for like $200 because the dude bought it and the company that shipped it wrong, and just it was like, don't even send it back, throw it away. So he fixed it and then sold it on Reverb.
Oh wow!
So it was just luck of the draw. I was like, I kept thinking it was fucked up. I had him sending me extra pictures because I thought he had fucked up the neck joint. Everything's fucking perfect on it.
Yeah.
He did a really good job. I was fucking surprised.
Yeah.
So, but another thing about if you have a guitar like that, especially like a Les Paul or an SG, and they have that neck break, which is common in both those guitars, once you glue it and reset it, it's actually a stronger joint than it was before because there's glue inside of those wood fibers now. So it's like in fact, Billy from A Perfect Circle, he got his guitar, the one that he played everything on the first album, the one that's in the video for Judith.
that guitar is actually a guitar he got for free from Trent Reznor because he was a guitar tech, and Trent Reznor used to throw his Les Pauls all the fucking time. So he had like 20 of them that had been neck repaired, and he basically just looked at him and was like, "Just choose which one you want to take it." Like
holy shit.
Yeah, he was sponsored by Gibson. He's like, they're making millions and millions of dollars. So, and yeah, that's so
crazy. That's some wild shit.
I'm a fucking music fucking
nerd.
Yeah, like I feel sometimes like the same way that I used to feel when I was a kid when I would see 120 Minutes and Matt Pinfield would be like blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I catch myself and I'm like, oh no. Or even worse, one day I'm gonna be the guy that's in Martin's being like, hey, have you heard about the new butter they got?
Jesus.
Fam Jewels, I bet she's in the chat. So a lot of shit happened this week. Boom, 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 boom. Oh crap. Oh, that's last week.
I was about to say,
Yeah, we were talking about Diddy investigation. So Diddy pretty much got off, except for like a couple charges. I mean, he still got 10 years hanging over his head. So, but he'll probably plead that down.
I'm sure.
I think at the very least they should make that motherfucker serve 5 years, and it's not because of his weird predilection. And to me, it's this cut and dry. The video of him beating that woman's ass is so fucked up. I don't doubt anything they said that he does that's like predatory or like blackmailing people. Totally believe that he would do that. After I saw it, like, because there's a difference between you having an altercation while drunk with somebody, a domestic thing, like where you guys are hitting each other. Not excusable, but a little bit more understandable. When you are whipping a woman's ass in a public hallway, down the hallway, you've done that a million times.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. You probably shouldn't be able to hang out with regular people.
It's just it's so, I don't know, knee-jerk reaction for me whenever I see a dude do that. Like, I mean, you've seen me, like,
oh yeah,
kind of get like that wild look on my face when I hear a man yelling at a woman. I'm like,
oh yeah, the first time we went to when Catamounts like soft open, or the second time we went there was some dude with his wife that was super fucking. His wife was drunk, but she looked like she was well put together. Like she doesn't get wild that often.
Yeah,
she had a like nice outfit on. And her husband had a T-shirt tucked in. So that tells you a lot about a person. Yeah. If I see a white man with his T-shirt tucked into his jeans, I'm like, yo, he says it all the time. Automatic thought.
Right.
But he said something like, no, or like, and I saw your face turn from like,
yeah,
like he had said it
like
to
I
you.
was in a good mood, and I turned her, like, I stopped mid, like, step, and I was like, I turned around and I was like, that guy just yell at her?
Yeah.
Do I need to kick someone's ass? I just don't. It's not. I mean, I kind of get like triggered, sort of, when I see like fighting, like couples fighting, because it's like, oh my god, don't do that out here.
Yeah, I think everybody has
like,
that.
Don't do that.
That certain trigger. For me, I definitely don't like dudes yelling at women. Another thing is when they lean over top of women. That'll set me off. That, like, I might sucker punch the dude because I'm just like, the next thing he's gonna do is grab her or hit her.
Yep.
Yeah, like, and I think that's like, I've been in relationships and you get into fucking really bad arguments. Like sometimes, depending on the relationship, sometimes it's like a different mechanism for solving it. Not arguing. Yeah, everybody. Sometimes people just don't even talk. Just stay angry at each other.
Yeah, like I guess maybe that's that's sort of how it goes. Like, because everyone has arguments, but it's pretty like just sarcasm and then like silent treatment until we're like, well, I mean
that's like
I love you still.
Isn't that like avoidant something?
Yeah.
Like this is
both have that personality. When you have two people that are like that, it's like, well, and then eventually like it's either like one of us will be like, I'm sorry.
What's the one call where you just hate yourself and stay at home and play video games?
I don't know what that is, but it's definitely like, just avoiding, and then saying smart ass like shit to each other. like at that, you do it like for like a day or two until like it's just a joke now, and then you laugh together.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I don't know why we're even mad anymore.
Like, I'll never poo-poo anybody's mechanism to make up. because that's like the goal anyway. Like, so whatever functional way that doesn't damage each other, probably is a plan.
And if you're doing stuff that's like toxic as fuck, like, you know, just don't be together or go to counseling. Don't go to a Coldplay concert.
That motherfucker was fucked up anyway. So like that dude, like separate of that, because I like when people are like have infidelities, it's unfortunate, but I typically like don't fault either side, because people will be like like their gender side a lot of times, no matter what. I typically think it's like a failing of
no, they're both at fault.
Yeah, it's like if you and your wife are stepping out on each other, which they probably were, they're really rich people. A lot of people like were really mad at him, or like mad at the girl, all these other things. I think about it like this. Maybe this is the wrong way to think about it. I was like, it's a joyous day for a couple people. There's going to be a couple divorce lawyers that are very happy. And that dude they were like, he was worth $100 million. Oh, no, now he's worth 50 and she's worth 50. And like, even if they took away half of that for lawyers, you still have $25 million. I don't care. Like, and not to say money fixes all problems, but you can forget about a lot of them if you had $25 million. Like the French Riviera sounds a lot better than sitting at the house crying. And if you have that option,
I would be in Spain. I'd have this gorgeous like golden man fanning me with fucking palm leaves.
That's what women do.
Maybe baby birding grapes into my mouth.
I will say this: y'all are savages when you break up with people, because dudes can't do shit that you guys can do, like the thirst trap paradigm. Dudes can do it to a certain extent, but that's a like minute. That's like athletes and dudes that like don't have kids and are younger and can pull it off. Every woman on earth, except for like some, can get on social media right after a breakup and be like, "Ha!" Like automatically. A dude, even if he was like The Rock, couldn't get online. If he got online right after he broke up with his wife and was like lifting weights, there's going to be women that are going to be into that. But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, this fucking piece of shit. He just left his wife. Look what he's doing. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I mean, but
like,
it
doesn't always happen that way, but it's more often than not. So there is kind of like a.
Well, it's every like we are.
Unless people knew that woman was a bitch.
I mean, and that's very possible. But he's also seems like an asshole, because they had the people from the company he had before, what's this one called, Astronomer or something like Astronomer. That. He got like $86 million of funding, and some of it was from private investors and like his own money, and some of it was employee stock options. Like a lot of it, like a lot of these employees, there was only 150 of them, and they put in like some of them hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the guy that they were interviewing had given like I think $20,000 or $30,000, which is a lot of money for a person in their like mid-20s, even if they have a tech job. And he and everybody else except for the executives lost all their money. And he walked away with a shit ton of money, and those people were out on their ass, no job, no money, no return on their investment.
That is wild.
So when they said that, and I was like, and he just started a new company, and he didn't just hire all those people and like hook them up. He just fucked them up. Oh yeah, like he's probably an asshole. Like, her face says more than his. He still had a smile, which is kind of cold. She turned around and hit her face. Yeah. So that suggests to me that she knew that dude's wife. They had like met, or like she knew who that lady's face by being like, if she walked in the door when they were doing that, she'd be like, that,
and she didn't want, because she's married too.
Oh, I didn't know that wrinkle.
You didn't know that? She's married. Once they were
like a billionaire, blah blah blah. I was like, no. I don't give a fuck.
No, they're both married, and she works with him. So yeah, that's some wild.
Yeah,
shit.
Apparently I know somebody had said like another HR person was right behind there in frame, and she like realizes it before they realize it. And you see her face because she knows the law.
Yeah, she was just like,
y'all are fucked.
Oh no!
When she turns and covers her face, my first thought was, this dumb bitch thinks that he can see the back of her face through the back of her head. She don't got to cover her face no more.
It's done, girl.
They already caught you for the dumb.
I would own it.
You think a person married to a dude that's like,
had they not done that, like, and just like played it off, and not
nobody would have ever seen it.
But
just the people inside of that Coliseum.
Yeah, and the the fucked up thing is like they were only called out because like they look sus as fuck. So I think that's that's it's almost their reaction.
I did see they
gave them away.
Do you know the mascot? I know you don't like sports, but like mascots are kind of universal.
I've seen that clip. Too.
Oh yeah, the Philly fanatic.
Yeah,
Phillies is the shit. That was the fucking most badass shit ever.
I've seen it all.
Yeah, like everybody was doing that on the Kiss Cam the next day, like at all sporting events will. So, what I will say is, if this dude would have just stood there, like, or maybe they wouldn't have reacted as
Right.
I think they still could have got away with it because the news cycle moves so fast now. But that shit's gonna be like forever on Kiss Cams.
Yeah,
it
hovered for a while. It was just like I feel like it was more like a distraction. Like,
oh yeah,
here's something hilarious, guys, while all this other fucked up shit's going on.
Yeah, like there's so much wild shit that they've done. And there's some wild shit that connects to sports that we can segue into Dum Dum. So this week, old Dum Dum decided he wanted to talk about sports teams that had changed their names due to people that were in their fan base or people of that ethnicity being challenging the idea that it wasn't racist. The Indians from Cleveland changed their name to the Guardians a couple seasons before. The team previously known as the Redskins changed their name to first the Washington football team and then the Commanders. And it's not a big deal now for two reasons. The teams wanted to change it. It wasn't like they were forced to. It wasn't like there was a lawsuit. They voluntarily chose to do that. So they obviously put time and thought into it. And that's like a business. That's like a business changing its logo. You can't come in and say you want it to be the old way just because you're the president.
Exactly.
So the Guardians have already come out and said they weren't going to. And the Commanders went from being a team that wasn't that good to being in their league's championship last year. So because of that, that name that they have that they won most recently with, because they weren't winning when they were the other team, people want to wear those jerseys now. They don't want to like change the name back to another name when this team has been winning.
Right.
That could be superstition or just like a lot of those kids weren't alive for like the last time Washington won a Super Bowl. It was like when I was 11, they did it the last time.
Yeah.
There's no connection to that shit. Leave it alone. And he said he's going to hold up because the Commanders want to move from their stadium, which is outside near the Beltway in PG County, I believe. It's a bitch to get in and out. There's no metro stops. The parking is expensive. The only time I ever went to a game is because I knew somebody in the organization and I got to park in the team's parking lot, or else I would never have gone back to RFK.
Right.
And which is like, there's neighborhoods around there now. It's like there's a metro stop walking distance from there. And he said he wants to hold up the deal because technically the federal government owns the land. But I think it was supposed to go back to D.C., so they're like, it's bullshit. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Just like that dumbass. Remember how he wanted to send a bunch of people to Guantanamo? It was talking about 10,000. Only ended up sending 40. Mm-hmm. They're all coming back. You know how much? You know how much it cost in total to do all of this?
How much?
$16 million.
Wonderful. And guess who's paying for that?
Us. And where's Doge at?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Doge?
I mean,
they
took away the things that the poor people needed, and then they're doing shit like this.
And medicine costs are going to go up. You know why? Tariffs are getting passed. Coffee's going to go up.
Yep.
Because August 1st, a lot of these go in. So all the places that we get generic drugs from.
Yeah.
That's where the tariffs are.
Oh, wonderful.
So that's affordable fantastic. Drugs. Remember when he ran and he was talking about how he was getting stuff lowered and all this other stuff?
It's like, I don't know why. It's almost like he's willfully ruining the country. I don't get it. Like, what is the point of this?
I really think it's I
like, where the fuck are his advisors, dude? Like,
I mean, this is the wildest shit. So in the last week, we didn't have a show last week. Chris was in Denver. So what ended up happening is this motherfucker came out and started talking about how the Epstein shit, which he ran, he was going to expose. Big part of it, big reason why a lot of these people that were like the French people could have been like on fucking 4chan when QAnon were going on. A lot of it's voting base. It's probably about, I don't know, 40% of the people, 50%. And then you have the large amount of people in the middle that aren't part of a political party that believe, Epstein didn't kill himself, all the way up to like people, the Democrat side, about 50% that like, think that, it's a big deal and we need to out all these people. And not to say that the people that are in the other percent don't think that it should be outed. They just like it's just like some foreign thing. Like, yeah, there seems to be a lot of like that list should get released, but they're not like pissed off about it. But it seems like about 50% of the population is like bullshit, like loud and very like opinionated about it, which you should
like,
be.
Dude,
A child molesting island should probably
serious.
It's more serious than Diddy, and they had that motherfucker on the news every 3 seconds. So he started referring to it as a hoax. The revelation that Pam Bondi was the assistant attorney general in Florida that gave him the soft settlement where he really wasn't going to jail, like, real jail for having a pedophile island. And it comes down to, I really think the reason that list isn't getting released is because there's a lot of people that have a lot of money that give it to politicians from both sides of the aisle that are terrible people that have been compromised. It seems like that Jeffrey Epstein, because another thing that came out was I think he was getting a lot of wire transfers between him and Trump and him and other people.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like over 40.
I read that and I was like,
over like 4,500.
What do you mean you don't know you don't know him that well? Like
the
what?
New York Times came out with an article talking about the strange birthday card handwritten that was given from Trump to him, where they said many more secret something or other. New York Times or Post, I believe, put it out. The one that is owned by Rupert Murdoch, who also owns Fox News. He is now suing the owner of Fox News. Today he came out with a statement saying that like he was very disappointed in his base, that they're being fooled by the liberal hoax, and like I think there was more like forceful language about like being sorry. I was like, all right, hold the fuck up. Like, the lady doth protest too much. This motherfucker's a child molester. Like, I've never seen such wild behavior, A, from a political leader, and B, in somebody in their own defense.
Yeah.
Like, you have the power to literally go on the news and read the list. Now, either his spokesman or the attorney general that they have now came out with a statement how he believes he talks to the president because he does it a couple times a week, and he doesn't want to come out with these because it might hurt the people that this was done to. After saying it was a hoax and we didn't have a list, what the fuck is it?
Yeah,
this makes no fucking sense.
Why are you lying though? Why are you lying? It just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely no sense.
We all know it's there. The issue is. And I get why people want proof, concrete proof. But these women already said this is what happened. Why can't we just, I don't know, believe women? So
I go by the Cosby rule for like things like this, right? 1, 2, there could be people conspiring to like get money from a rich person, like male, female, trans, anything. Like there are people that see people have money and want to victimize it. But once you get above 3 to 8 to 50, one of those women is telling the fucking truth, and one is enough for you to not be around anybody.
I think that's part of the problem, though. There are like women out there that will absolutely lie, and say that somebody did something nefarious, and those type of people are fucking horrible.
Yeah, but
they make it hard for women.
But that's
to come
not a
forward.
woman thing. Like I hate when I hear dudes like it automatically. Well, both genders do it, where like you start to demonize the other gender just because of the actions of a very small minority. Like. There is a very small minority of dudes that rape, whether they rape dudes in jail or women or anybody. Those people are predators. We as dudes that aren't predators in terms of like taking people's body autonomy from, we should be legally allowed to whip that ass. I definitely I don't understand why that's not more of a thing. Like, if we had a small town and Jimmy from next door raped Martha and somebody caught it happening, she's screaming. Now, there can be a situation where there could be somebody not telling the truth, being afraid of getting caught. But I don't think that happens. I think that's the minority. I think, but I also think that there's a very small but very aggressive population of men that do like violent rape, and then you have on top of that, you have dudes that are like doing like, I don't want to call it soft rape because that's
there's no such thing as
soft like
rape. They're just really shitty people.
Well, like whether it's like taking advantage of somebody when they're passed out or when they're compromised and you're not, like, because I do
date rape.
I mean,
like they do have a word for
it,
it,
but like I always think about date rape is like, because like the way it's been presented a lot of times is like a person knows but they still rape them, like so like true. Because so I almost think about like being drugged as like being roofied. That's a different. It's not any less fucked up. It's just that you can't remember it because they victimize you.
It's just not violent. But I mean,
it's on
it
one.
Is violent.
They took away your choice, so like that's the nexus of the, like if I passed out and woke up, my butthole was hurting, and like Ernie was the only motherfucker in the apartment, I'd probably be like, Ernie, bro,
why did you do this to me?
Bro, you could have tossed me a couple stacks and you could have got it these bad cheeks, but no, you just didn't even want to pay.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah,
this is a shitty timeline to live in right now.
Oh yeah, it is. But I think it can get better. I have so much faith in kids. Like, and this is the way I've seen it. Like, I don't think I've lived a long time, but I've lived long enough to see these ebb and flows of people, and it hasn't gotten really right wing scary until recently. And maybe it's just because I don't remember it. Because Nixon, for all of Nixon's bullshit. I mean, he was involved in Vietnam, but so it was like two Democratic presidents.
Classier than the
Yeah,
he wasn't fucking tacky.
Even like
white trash. Even
Reagan's fucking weird fucking ass was like had a tad bit of class. At least he could do a political function before he went senile. And then it started with Bush. Bush was the first awkward president I ever saw. Bush 1. He's like, get away from me, don't touch me. Like I could see him being like that at like a mall.
Yeah.
But we've gotten to a point where it swung really far right, and not to say it hadn't swung very far left, because there was a lot of groups getting a lot of rights rapidly, and it didn't happen with like black people that fast. So it happened fast, a lot faster than you would think, like 6 to 7 years. But like the transition from gay people getting the rights to basically exist and like serving the military to getting the ability to have civil unions to being married to like trans rights and like then all the rights that like the rest of the gender and sexuality spectrum getting rights was almost like Moore's law, where it like exponentially grew really fast. Now I see for some people, when they don't even understand like difference between gender and sex, it can be kind of jarring for those people, but they're old, so like they shouldn't demonize the young people. They should try to understand, but we shouldn't be so snide to these old fucks because they don't understand. They get surprised by like blue hair and like nose piercings. You think somebody coming in that used to know as Bobby, that's now like Susan, that's had like top and bottom surgery and cheekbone and like all these like surgeries like to look the way that they want the world to look at them, isn't it's not gonna ruin your day unless you let it.
Yeah, like,
but give them some understanding. Tell them like how you felt that way, and it's to understand, you need to just shut the fuck up. So sometimes these old people need to stop, like, yes, ask questions if you don't understand, but there's a way to ask a question where you're not demeaning the person. Like, well, why do you think you was in the wrong body? That's a why do you feel like, what made you feel that way? Like, that's a better way to get to the root of what you're thinking, unless you're an asshole and you're just trying to like,
I don't think they care. I think that
there are some people.
I think like people are really like wrapped up in this whole like religion thing, where if you are not part of like the normal herd, then it's the devil. Like,
nobody's part of the normal herd, man. Some of these same dudes are like, besides the toe tappers, there's a lot of dudes that are super powerful.
These people just use their religion for, it gives them a reason to hate people and
I mean, we were
be ignorant and not learn about others. around them. So
yeah, that is a like they definitely are rather rigid in their ideology. But even in our small mountain town, the Samuels Library, the people that were supposed to take them over, have pulled out of the deal. The board of supervisors cost taxpayers for, probably around $1 million trying to get that contract and put together a for-profit library instead of letting the Samuels run it because of a book that's in general. Oh, I think our food's here.
I will get it.
Too bad Chris isn't here to ask him if he wants to smoke a joint. But oh, they just knocked and left. That's awesome. The food lever. But I think a lot of times when older people don't understand, the best way is to explain it to them in a human way. Like, because the difference between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was like one humanized the person, the other one sought to gain respect through like not being a pushover. Both of those are valid ways to get your rights. Happened in our case that once you humanize black people, especially seeing a person arrested for wanting the right to vote and getting hit in the face while they were handcuffed with a brick, that a lot of, especially like white suburban families, women, probably like that had a large impact. If you're sitting at home and you're watching TV, like the midday news where you're a housewife and you see like a dude that's wearing like a suit get hit in the face with a brick while being arrested, you're going to be a little bit sympathetic.
Yeah.
And not absolutely. To say every quest to have rights needs a martyr, but unfortunately seems to go that way. If you're peaceful, you get killed, but then your people get freedom, and that sucks that it's like that here. But I mean, I'm sure that's not an American unique thing. Like William Wallace, you know, like that seems to be a thing, and maybe it's just because you need to get those people that are super in the middle and on the same side as the people doing the oppressing being like, this is too far, and ending it, because you have to get people riled a little bit depending on how bad the oppression is. It's unfortunate, but it seems to work. And here, I think they were trying to impose. We have a faith-based university in our town. They are not like by any means the majority. We have a military high school that's probably the same amount of children that go to that. And you don't see them, as far as I know, being like, you got to change the library.
Yeah.
So it seemed to be like a lot of people from this super conservative version of Catholicism, maybe tied to that church, from what I understand. I might be wrong. Gaining hold during a lot of the MAGA movement and getting into the council and doing a lot of things that the populace, no matter what side they were on, didn't like. Right. So we had primaries out here, a large Democratic field and 2 people in the Republican field. Everybody around here, for the most part, seemed to come out. There were a lot of people that still voted for those guys, the incumbent people running for their party. All of them lost that were against the local library, being able to spread knowledge and have a place for people to go in and read and do like research and do what a library does.
Yeah.
And that, like, knowledge, you don't limit the
like, why would you take that away? I don't understand.
Or
at least limit the information that you're allowing that place.
I mean, they're dummies. They thought, like, they literally fired the lady that was at the Library of Congress, and it's not a circulation library. They just have a copy of every book that, you know, past a certain, like, you know, publishing in there. Like, that's their job, is to catalog and have a copy of every book published in the United States. That's how it works. But we I
heard that.
Yeah, I know.
Now I want to know what is in the crock pot.
But in the end, you know, I guess knowledge seemed to come out. Don't take it. It's like they're not going to try to do it again before they get out of session. But it seems like the town is pretty much on the side of the library, no matter what side of the aisle you're from. It seems to be like a lot of people are like, leave the fucking library alone.
They didn't do anything wrong to you.
Yeah, leave them alone. Give those people.
Move on.
Fuck, give them raises. They seem to be doing a good fucking job. If this many people are like, hey, don't fuck with that library.
Yeah.
In fact, there's going to be some the benefit shows. I think Joe and Paul are probably playing it. A couple other people. We'll talk about it. I'll pull up this shit in a minute. But yeah, if you like knowledge, go to your local library and fucking read a rainbow. What else has happened in the last couple weeks? Chris isn't here to talk about his Casa Bonita.
He'll be back next week. So.
Yeah, I gotta get phone set up so people can call in again. I don't know if I've talked about my music project yet.
No, you have not.
So I started. I know you didn't like the name, but I chose it anyway. I thought it had a good ring to it because I went over I asked you if it was a good name, probably 7 months ago.
Oh, really? Was I being a bitch? I was like,
no. You suggested other names. Terrible. You weren't being
I wasn't being my normal cunt.
Yeah, you weren't being a cunt that day. You
not
were
that day.
But you were you gave me other suggestions and told me which ones you like because it wasn't just that one. That was just the one that I had favorited. So it's Golden Orphans is the new thing I'm doing. It's not a band. I'm just gonna make a record, and I'm inviting you, anybody from that can hear this. I'm gonna put a lot of the tracks up and send them to people, and you can play whatever you want on them, and then I'll mix it and make it sound the way that I envisioned it, using your sounds as well. And I don't think any of the songs will ever be played live, other than the ones that I already do. But yeah, there's gonna be I'm gonna attempt to make an R&B song. I'm not even joking about that, Keith Sweat style.
I can't. I don't know any of their songs. I do I know them in my head, but I can't.
Casey and JoJo.
Yeah.
So do you have a list this week?
I'm actually in the middle, so keep talking.
Oh no! I just didn't know because I'm gonna schedule this show. So I know there's a lot of stuff going on with Brazil. Apparently, I don't want to keep going into politics, but there's a weird thing going on where they're gonna raise our coffee prices, or our coffee prices will be affected due to a pissing match between us and them. But it's if you just beat somebody in an election, right, and a foreign government comes after you saying you didn't treat the other governor, or no, I guess they don't like the old governor or some shit. Either way, it's basically a pissing match. So now coffee is going to go up $4 a fucking bag.
Great.
And apparently, I didn't know this either, because you think about Juan Valdez, you think about coffee comes from Colombia or Ethiopia. Nope. Most of the coffee we drink, whether because a lot of people drink it from restaurants or whatever, but the cheapest good coffee is from Brazil.
Yeah.
So Ethiopian need to holler at you. There's a moment in the sun for Ethiopians.
I'm starting to get irritated with the whole
Oh, the costs going up every time you go to the goddamn store.
Every fucking time.
I don't understand why eggs haven't come back down. I haven't seen any. Nobody's mad about it anymore because it got back down. But it's if gas went up from 50 cents to $4 and then went back down to $2.75. That's still what? What happened? I've also noticed that gas at gas stations, they have dynamic pricing. That's something that they've started to do. You know how you go to a lot of gas stations now and they have digital boards. The reason they're switching to digital boards is because when the oil price goes up at market, not for what they paid for what's in the ground. That's why when you go to work sometimes now, gas prices are up 30 cents when you get home from when you left to go to work. Because the stock market. Fuck that shit. That's y'all's money. Y'all are supposed to take a risk. It's not a secured investment.
Right?
What the fuck? It's the only country where we had, y'all need to figure out this. Remember back in the 1930s when the stock market fell and all y'all niggas was jumping out motherfucking windows because your life was over? Go back to that. I need that energy. That was what happened so the 50s could flourish after. Like y'all rich people need to get real crying about losing all your money and being poor like everybody else and start dying. You know, it's just bad day in the stock market. Yeet, right out the window. Just go for it. Make the world a better place.
Because you made bad decisions.
Oh, dude. You know, I don't know what month that happened in, but that would have been the greatest rainstorm on earth when the stock market fell.
God.
I shouldn't be so callous. It's probably regular people that kill themselves too, but like nothing makes me sad about a billionaire eating it.
Man, you know?
Well, nothing makes me happier. Not happier. Nothing about it makes me sad if they were like a billionaire lost his money and then jumped out a billionaire ass tower. I'd be like, oh. Oh, you gotta get a regular job.
What if you were a billionaire for a day and then that happened?
Oh, I'd be burying money in yards. You think you're getting all this money back?
Pulling it all out.
Yeah, a lot of that money's coming out. That's the second thing I do.
I would pay a visit to the bank.
Oh, dude, billionaire. I start charging shit. I start calling and doing wire transfers.
Oh man.
Yeah, like
imagine how much money you can spend in one.
Oh, it'd be funneled.
I would buy the first thing I do is get a car because you know you gotta go early in the morning, get that shit taken care of. It's a lot of paperwork. I'd first go there, then I'd go to the mall. I would buy whole wardrobes. I'd actually go on while I'm in the mall, I would be on my phone too, ordering shit.
You know what a quick way to do it would be? I just thought about this. Go to one of those kiosks where they have all those Visa cards. Grab a stack of $500 ones.
Just like.
You know what?
I need 500 gift cards, please.
This is functional GTA in life, right? So remember when you were playing GTA 5 when this happened? It was back when it was on the 360. There was a hack right before they came out with the shark cards that it exposed something in the data, and people figured out how to hack into it and give everybody billions of dollars. So one morning I woke up and I had probably $2 million in my shit, and I was like, I'm gonna get the new Friday.
I remember you messaging me like
I was like, I am a billionaire.
Check your shit right now.
Yeah, I had $999 billion in the game. I bought everything. The smart people knew that shit was gonna come down, so they bought the most expensive cars, hooked them all the way up, and bought everything on the game. So they didn't take away any of your cars or your houses. They just took your money back to where it should have been. They figured out how much you still. I still had $30 million.
You still had all this swag.
Still had $30 million. But the smart people that hooked it all up, then they still had money because they went back and just sold all that, and then they bought their old garage back, all their old cars, and just hooked them up the way they wanted to. So basically, those people were smart as shit. I was like, why didn't I fucking think of that? Just buy the most expensive shit, make it all bulletproof. Hook it up. But the day that happened, I was mad at Rockstar for about 15 minutes until I was like, all right, let's go do a heist. And that's how you should look at it, billionaires. Just we all know you're sociopaths. You're gonna figure out a way to rip somebody off in about 6 months.
Right. God.
Yes. Yeah. Billionaire class. You know, you could do so much, and I think there are some people in those groups that do a lot of stuff. Some of them are disingenuous. Like when I hear Mark Cuban talk about him doing stuff, I'm like, yeah, but you didn't give all the way. You still got
Well, yeah, you gotta have a little bit to keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit, but I think he's more has that entrepreneurial spirit, so he doesn't mind paying his taxes. Which is admirable because a lot of rich people are like, "Hey, it's fucking $5 million. What you made $109 million."
Yeah, so please,
you're still paying way
less
than you should.
Pay it, dude. Our world would be our country would be so much better.
You know what? A funny thing that fucking a lot of these people that are really anti rich people having to pay the same even percentage as regular payroll employees and citizens is that. A lot of times they don't understand that in the 1950s, this time that they want to go back to making America great. That's when manufacturing came up. A lot of stuff came out of all these people coming back from war. The effective tax rate for hyper wealthy was almost 90%. That's how responsible for a lot of the things that Eisenhower did. And Eisenhower was also a Republican. So, but he was also a war veteran, so he's not a piece of shit. He just believed that we shouldn't waste money. And building an interstate system that acts as two things, a way to move military stuff around because the roads are, good and solid, and having a way for your citizens to be able to like see the country that they are citizens of. If we're United States, you should be able to travel. That's an advantage of being American. Yeah. That's what happened. That's not wasteful spending. That's like appropriate spending. So no matter what the tax rate is, as long as they're using the money effectively, they should probably shut the fuck up.
Right.
Like, it's very easy. It's very easy. Just shut the fuck up. Pay your fucking taxes. Sit on you still gonna have a yacht. You just aren't gonna have 4. No, need 4 yachts.
Yeah, you don't need all that.
Maybe Diddy does because he gotta alternate greasy, not greasy. Clean up some blood stains. God. Oh, I gotta get back into Diddy. So, man, the fact that he wanted jizz from this dude. I saw another interview and it was like Diddy didn't want him talking to that girl unless he was around because he was like wanted to control the situation. And he said as soon as he would like jizz on her and she would collect it, or she wouldn't even she would jerk this dude off into like a cup. And Diddy, he said he would follow her down the hallway like a kid trying to get an ice cream cone.
Oh my God.
And then another dude said that he would rub the jizz on his nippies. So like that's 2 people saying this. Yeah, he's a cuck.
He's wild.
And that's cool and all if that's his thing. Hey. But you don't got to beat a bitch up or fucking blackmail
that
people
part,
to get.
Yeah, that part kind of sucks.
You could just call up somebody and be like, "Come rail my girl."
You'd be surprised at what you can get if you ask nicely.
Yeah, you would.
There's people out there that's willing to do that for you, Diddy.
Yes, there are, Diddy.
I'm just saying.
For $4,000, I'll jizz all over your chest, Diddy.
You make it rain.
Yeah, dude. It was like he would get pull out $4,000. He drop 4 stacks and then. Oh, but the dude did say some wild shit, right? That he said he wouldn't do. She kept asking him to pee on her, in her mouth and all over her face, and he was like, "Look, I can either have sex with you or pee on you. I can't do both."
One or the other.
And so she was like, "No, I want the sex."
She's like,
wait a second. So that was obviously probably something Diddy wanted to. Which is, yeah. I that just came up. That made me laugh. The dude was bald headed, and somebody interviewing him off camera. It looked like a fucking current affair type interview. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
I know it's gonna be a short and sweet one.
Oh no, we're gonna get done. I'm just I don't want you to have to jump into your movie segment randomly.
I only have a few there's a lot of horrors in the world, so I feel like I'm fit in a little bit.
So
slightly.
You do have some stuff coming up with the art.
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to talk about the other one yet, or because I know last time I brought it up and I thought you were just gonna suplex me through this table?
Oh, that's because I don't know the dates really. And I don't want to give out the wrong date. There is gonna be an art show at the
Stonebridge.
Yeah, Stonebridge. So and it's gonna be folk sort of vibes to it. Of course, I'm gonna bring a folk horror piece. I've decided on doing a Wendigo piece, and I'm doing it life size. So it's gonna take a little bit of time, but that show's gonna be sometime in November. I can't give you the exact dates right now because I don't have it in front of me, but it should be fun. And of course, Festival of Leaves is going to be in October. I will definitely be there slinging my stuff. I have a few pieces that I'm working on right now that are really cool. I'm working on this sort of skeleton dude blowing bubbles, and another one with it's going to be a series of skeleton people doing various things. So be on the lookout for that. Those pieces will be available at the Festival of Leaves.
Yeah, I saw the one that you were when you first started making it, and much like every piece you start making, you hate it for about an hour.
Yeah, I always do that though. I
think
I don't like this, or I give up for a month, and then something pops in my head. I'm like, it could use that, and then it looks really cool. I'm also going to be working on some horror pieces. I have Art the Clown painting. I've got a Frankenstein pop art piece that I'm working on. I want to do near dark finger licking good thing, but I haven't found a picture that hasn't already been done. And I try not to, because I don't call it plagiarism per se, but if there's so many variations of the same movie scene, it's it's just I want to do something new, something that you haven't seen before. So I'm still kind of working out that kink a little bit, but it should be there as well. I'm hoping to get it done by the Festival of Leaves anyway, so I'm going to have a lot of paintings that are going to be available for sale, and of course my usual earrings and other weird dead shit.
Dude, back to the thing you were saying about how when you first start, you don't like the piece, or like you go in and out of doing it. I think there's a parallel with like performance, like whether it's music or whatever else you're doing. Because I know, I can't speak for myself, or I can speak for myself. I can't speak for everybody else, but I have talked to other people that like play music live, and I think it's a pretty consistent thing for people that are like, I don't want to say good, but they're on their way to, like, they're trying to progress and get better and like play more. There's this super self-critical thing that happens right when you get off stage. So if you ever see anybody, especially in like a local scene, get off stage, some people are having like a good show and they're smiling, but most of us are walking around like, fucked up the third verse of the second song. Like, but it's good to have like people like Chris, because Chris doesn't play music, but he was like, says, like, I've heard him say it to me and other people before. He's like, nobody else noticed, and just walk off. So it's like, yeah, that's something that you don't think about when you're in the middle of it, because you like, so yeah, nobody else noticed.
Right.
But I think that's the thing with art. Like, that's why it's those short, good bursts of like super creative parts, or the muse coming to you. Those are so fucking fun as being an artist, whether it's like, drawing or painting or making a song or probably making a joke. Those are always like, holy shit, this is like, I didn't know I had this in me, and it's like, the universe gave it to you. Dun dun dun. All right.
Ooh.
Welcome to my
thing that I do. I talk about horror movies. I've found that a lot of our mutual friends don't like horror movies, so I feel like I'm sort of like the black sheep. I'm the goth, like, horror-loving black sheep
I think that's
of the friend group.
I think that that's a thing with a lot of people, is they're either squeamish or just don't like horror movies.
Yeah,
so it's
like, I didn't watch them. I'm like,
like,
oh, okay. So I feel awkward when I'm like, talking about it, and they say that. I'm like, well, then I don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, like, like I remember when Top Gun came out, somebody asked me if I was going to see it, and I looked at them like, they like what?
What?
Why would I watch that?
So there are quite a few horror movies coming out. The next 6 months, but there's a few that I really, really want to see. So I'm going to just highlight over there, and then next week we'll go back to our regularly scheduled themed list. So the first one is called Him. This, I'm going to just give you the overview because they're fairly, not a lot of information on it. Terror strikes when a promising young football player gets invited to a train at a team's isolated compound. Gets invited to train. Sorry, I can't read tonight.
Oh, it's a new Jordan Peele movie, right?
Yes. So I thought it looked really interesting, and I love him. I love all his fucking like movies. I think they're great.
I thought Nope was my favorite movie just for this reason. That dude turns around and he's straight up like, nope.
Yeah.
That shit was perfect.
Yeah, it was the whole title of the movie, like, just nope. My favorite will always be Us.
Yeah,
because,
Us
like,
is...
it was just something that you just never would. And there's a lot of like unhingey parts in that movie. Like the kids, she plays fear so well. Like the beginning of the movie, like her face is just like she is fucking scared, and cute too. Cute little kid. Who was it that played the little girl in that first sequence? But yeah, like that movie is just, it's my favorite, and the choreography, the dancing, it's beautifully done. I loved it. So I'm looking forward to his next movie. The next one is Weapons.
Ooh, gonna see this.
Yes, we are gonna go see this. When all but one child from the same classroom mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. So I'm pretty excited about this. Like, there's some parts in this movie, like the previews that I've seen, that are like,
the new
whoa!
previews look nuts.
Like
the first previews were really mysterious. You don't know what's going on. The new ones, you just see a lot of fucking like crazy people on the screen, like rapidly. So
yeah, so that's definitely looking forward to that one. The next one, we've seen this one so many times. It's been redone over and over again, but I did see the preview and I kind of like it. It's called Frankenstein. So,
is this the one by Robert Eggers?
Mm-hmm. So a brilliant but egotistical scientist brings a monstrous creature to life in a daring experiment that ultimately leads to the undoing of both the creator and his tragic creation. So
is it the full story, Mary Shelley's full story, or is it a re?
I think it is. I've only seen like one trailer for it, so I don't know if they've released any more at the moment.
They're making a bunch of them. Like Guillermo del Toro's making one for Netflix.
Yes. Yeah, there's quite a few of them like that. It's one of the most redone like monster movies ever if you look at it. Dude, it is the most redone monster movie.
You see what they're making this year? It's coming out this year?
Oh yeah, Dracula.
Also, I don't know. I know we talked about it somehow, like in passing. But did you see what they're gonna make a prequel for?
What's that?
The Witch. And guess who's gonna be in the movie?
Ooh.
He's coming out of retirement. Who? Daniel motherfucking Day-Lewis. What? In a prequel to The Witch.
Okay, I love that. I've literally, that movie is definitely on my watch list.
Black Phillip.
And I watch it once a month. Like, it's just a thing that I do.
I have the same thing with Blade Runner. I don't know what it is about that movie. I think it reminds me of being a kid and like what the future we thought was going to look like. And just the neon Tokyo, because in the 80s, kids, we loved like Japanese culture. So it's just like that mashed together with like a detective story. I can fall asleep to that movie almost every night.
Yeah. I mean, The Witch definitely. The Shining,
yeah,
definitely my go to sleep.
I can't make it to the opening of that movie when I'm trying to watch it to go to sleep. Like when they're driving through the mountains, I pass out before they even get to the fucking.
It's such a quiet, like calm. It's the calm before the storm, like, and you don't like notice how long the movie is. That movie's actually almost 3 hours long.
Kubrick was the genius.
Yeah, like I remember going with a buddy to go see that movie, and like I don't think he realized it was 3 hours until like he was shifting in his seat, and he was like, "I forgot how long." I was like, "Yeah, it's a long movie." But it was fun. Like, definitely, if you ever get a chance to see The Shining in theater, Alamo definitely has it. At least once a year. Go and see it. It's absolutely wonderful.
I don't want to take away from your segment, but guess who just bought the original Pee Wee Herman bike from Pee Wee's Big Adventure?
Who?
Alamo.
Really?
So there's a chance it might be moving around. The company bought it.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, if they do a screening of Pee Wee's Big Adventure or Pee Wee,
I'm there. I'm fucking
especially
there.
if the bike is there. I'm getting a picture with
absolutely. Absolutely. So the last film on my list is Together.
Oh.
After moving to a countryside, a supernatural encounter starts to transform a couple's love, their lives, and their flesh. Yes, you heard it. It's a body horror movie, and I fucking love these movies. The last one, of course, you knew was The Substance, one of my favorite movies of last year. So this is going to be absolutely amazing. I want to see weird shit happen with this couple.
What I will say about The Substance, the fact that Dennis Quaid didn't win because he acted like the most gross motherfucker on earth. That crayfish scene is the grossest rich person scene I've seen in a long time. And the fact that she didn't win an Academy Award for that part is fucking a travesty.
I mean, it was the chick that did it. I have not seen that movie yet, Nora. I think that was what it was called.
It wasn't as good as The Substance. I'll tell you that right now.
Did you watch it?
Nope, don't need to.
Okay, so
Demi Moore in that movie was perfect.
I'm gonna watch it and like see what it's about. But for horror movies rarely win. You know, but they are the underdogs, even though.
But The Substance was like more than it made you think. It was like social commentary. It wasn't just like body horror. It had that in it, which made it fucking cooler.
Yeah.
And it had a little bit of humor in it. It was like a really good movie. It was like the Forrest Gump of fucking body horror.
It definitely was. Like I love the film. It definitely it hits a like heartstring on me because like I, as an older woman, like watching, you know, what this lady is going through and watching her like literally annihilate herself to be young and beautiful again.
And the younger version of her like
just literally destroying her life. If you haven't seen that movie yet,
it's worth
shame
watching.
On you.
Worth watching, even if you're squeamish.
Mubi has it, and if you have Prime, you should know that if you've never had that subscription, they will let you have it for 7 days for free. So take advantage of that. Get that shit for 7 days. Just make sure you shut it off. Like, keep it for those 7 days and then turn it off before they charge your shit. But you can watch so many movies. Mubi, the streaming platform on Prime, actually has a lot of like independent films. So like tons of them that have won awards.
Like Criterion Collection shit.
Yes, shit that's won awards at the Cannes Film Festival. You know,
good movies.
Yeah, good ones. Things that make you think.
So, also, if you can, if you live in the Shenandoah Valley area, go over to the Alamo and look at when they're doing special screenings that are for Psycho Cinema. Join the Psycho Cinema group on Facebook. It's if you like horror movies or just almost, I don't want to say counterculture, but like unusual movies. It's a good thing to go see their screenings. They have a lot of good stuff. They'll play classic movies like Dawn of the Dead, Shining, like plenty of like cult horror movies get played that you've never seen in a movie theater. I had never seen Dawn of the Dead in a movie theater until Psycho Cinema. So that was like, and that's like one of my favorite movies ever. So.
The only one I have not seen yet is Gremlins.
Ooh, gotta see that.
And I really want to see that. My parents, well, I did, you know, that's kind of a lie. I did see that movie, but my parents were those assholes that would bring a fucking toddler to the movie theater. That being me. I think it was like 1980. I was 2 years old, so just entering toddlerhood. And they decided to bring me to a movie theater, and I fucking cried the entire time. So, yeah, good on you, parents, for being those guys.
Yeah,
that's of course, I don't remember it, so I would really love to catch a screening, but I've definitely missed it every year. Like something is.
Yeah, it always happens around Christmas though, so it's a harder time to get out there.
I just miss it. And
well, let's make a plan to get a big group this year.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Do you know the illest part about Gremlins? And I don't know if everybody remembers this, and it's not a Mandela thing. You used to go to McDonald's and you get a book, and it would have this flat LP that you could read the book along with. But it was just a flat piece of like vinyl. It was like a little record. And I remember it because once I started playing music, I wanted to sample it because it had like Gizmo being like, yeah, like, and it was like, it's a really good sample. I guarantee you I can find it on here. But we haven't talked about this because it's not a good movie, or at least I don't have faith in it. The Toxic Avenger remake.
I actually have faith in it.
It's Peter Dinklage, but do you know who directed it?
Who?
Elijah Wood. The Hobbit.
Have you seen
I've seen his other movie,
Daddy or whatever? That he did that one too.
Like he seems
to
be getting good.
Fucked up, dude. Like I love that movie. Look up his movie. Like look up the things that he's done. Like he's actually pretty goddamn good.
He's been an actor.
That movie, and it's so funny. Like if you haven't seen Daddy, you absolutely have to. It's kind of like a thriller kind of comedy. Where a guy goes to see his estranged father in the on a seaside in a seaside cottage where he lives, and he hasn't seen his father in decades. So
he did Happy Feet 1 and 2 as well.
What?
Come to Daddy.
Yeah, Come to Daddy. There we go. Yeah, that's such a great movie. And who is the antagonist in this? And he's the protagonist, but the antagonist in the film, I can't think of that dude's name, but he plays such a great, like, he's such an asshole. Like, he's the asshole dad.
Guess what?
And as, like, the story progresses, he realizes, like, God damn, my dad's a fucking asshole.
Oh, dude, he produced Mandy and Color Out of Space.
Yes.
Come to Daddy. Boom.
Yep, he's good,
Tom
man. I mean,
Harvard.
all those movies are fucking wonderful. So, what's the old dude, the antagonist in the film?
Martin Donovan.
Yes, Martin Donovan. Fantastic performance by that guy. Like, he's good. He's good.
But yeah, Peter Dinklage playing Toxie is kind of wild to me.
I think it's gonna be good.
It's a trauma film, so like I did see that like a side by side comparison to like shots from the original movie and the way they are in this one. It's slightly different. Like he has a kid in the movie. Like there's all these other things, but the scenes where they show like his face and the same way that the character in the first movie reacts and the facial expressions are exactly the same. So that's kind of cool that they're like paying homage that way. It reminds me a lot of like what like Rob Zombie would do with horror movies, like like or Quentin Tarantino for that matter, like throwing these little homages into everything. So that's always good.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for it.
Should be good. We can wrap this up.
Yeah.
So next week will be a full-fledged show. We'll probably have Jay Lewis on the show next week. I know we're gonna have Abe Musabi, a comedian, come up pretty soon. I got to get him on here. He's friends with the guys from the Bargoyles, and Chris and him do comedy together. So, and weird relation. That dude filmed my retirement fight.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was looking at my my trophy at the gym the other day, and I laugh about it because it's the most ridiculous thing to me. Because I don't like. Obviously, it's not my house, so I don't really like. It's just like kind of gross. I don't know. Because like, if they gave me money, I'd be like, yeah, I want money. But like, because it's like, you don't really get paid that much money. I got like my medical's taken care of, and I didn't incur.
Just covered.
Yeah. It's basically for free. I thought. But fucking I saw it and I started laughing because I'm old as shit in the gym now. And there's all these like young people, and I was like, if I walked up to any of these dudes, I'd be like, that's my trophy. They'd be like, this old man's crazy.
Like, what's he talking about?
Yeah. He used to, like, because one of the kids in there, he's like, did you used to train MMA? And I was like, yeah, I've never felt older in this fucking gym. And my time, bitch, I was whipping people when you was in middle school. Shut the fuck up.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, you about to see, young man? I'm about to fuck you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm hitting that point where, because I think women hit it before dudes, where they think about their age. Dudes, it takes either like ass whipping or like having a hard time picking up a sofa and helping your kid move or something like that. For me, it was like I got tired in the middle of a round against a kid that was in his 20s, and I was like, "Oh shit, I've hit old man point. These motherfuckers have another gear that I apparently do not have anymore."
I hit mine at like I would say 37, because that's when I started seeing it.
I will say this. Dudes are delusional because we won't think we're at that point. Women are way too hard on themselves. Because, all right, so I don't want to say the dreaded C word, not see you next Tuesday, but the other one that may or may not rile up a person.
What?
It's an animal that growls.
Oh, cougar.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I just when people throw it around like an insult.
Oh yeah, no, it's not an insult.
Like it is very insulting. Because not all older women go specifically for younger men.
Well, I've always thought about
that's
it.
what I like. That's the, that's.
Oh yeah, like
I mean, sometimes that happens, but not all the time.
I guess I think about it this way. I always thought about that was being a complimentary term for a woman like in her 40s or 50s.
We've had this argument.
Well, no. Like I think that is a lot of people don't know that can like endless ire, and then you understand it, and you're like, oh, now I understand. I feel less dumb. Because
we all learn from each other.
Like if somebody called me a daddy, I'd be like, "You damn right. What's up? Holla your boy."
No, I'm definitely not a cougar. I'm not chasing them.
Well,
20 years.
a fair
I
way
will
to
tell you, there are more 20-year-olds that are hitting me up, and I'm like, what the? I could be your mom, bro.
Because they. Let me tell you something. Internet porn has ruined these motherfucking Gen Alphas. They're just like, I want to fuck my stepsister when she's stuck in the window.
That's weird.
Can I pee in your butt?
Yeah.
Like I don't. I feel really bad for the women that are about to enter their 20s and the dudes they got to deal with that are just like fucking gooning ass like chronic masturbators that are just like have this weird view of sex where it's either transactional or it's like, can I do this? Like that's gonna there's got to be nothing less sexy than a dude that's like probably hasn't had that much experience being like, can we try something I saw on fucking porn?
Wow.
Yeah, like there's gonna be a lot of sexual dysfunction with the next generation. They grew up with like porn on their phone since they were like 5, and like at least like a tenth of them were like, there's no parent like on mine. Have you ever seen her cervix? Oh, God, let me die before they take over. It's National Gape Goon Day. It's we're a maligned group. It's incels, and we're in nobody. I'm gonna shoot school. I gotta laugh because I gotta do business in governmental buildings. I might catch a hot one trying to renew my license because some kid didn't get his dick touched by Marcy in fucking third period.
Right. Just deal with it, man. You think we're like? I'm in the same boat.
So I think this is what I will say, and I don't think it should be like. There are some awkward things that people have to deal with now with technology being a large part of dating that are a little bit awkward. And if that's all you interface with is like an internet thing instead of people, it's going to be even harder. If you don't have any practice talking to people, because eventually they're going to want to meet you, and then you're going to be, can I type to you during dinner? There are a lot of dudes that don't know how to talk to women. There's a lot of women that, because of the way society is gone, I don't want to say a lot, but there are a lot of miscommunications between the sexes that are younger than us that I could see like this dysfunction happening where they don't have the ability to communicate with each other.
Oh, I have. As a Gen Xer, like I have that problem. So but, I think COVID kind of started it for me. So like I definitely have a hard time having a conversation.
Well, so I think you can still have a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think,
but I'm not going to approach a guy. Like,
well, yeah, but that's a traditional thing.
Yeah, I'm stuck in the tradition where someone needs to approach me or ask me. I'm not the one that reaches out.
And I don't think that should like stop being. A lot of guys, because I'll read what these dudes are saying, whether I think that they're like bitches or not, but they don't want to be. They are more afraid of being embarrassed and a girl calling them creepy. I don't think that happens with our generation, but with younger generation, like especially being young, you're kind of an asshole. Like no matter what gender you are.
Right.
And there's gonna be like a dude that has that happen once or twice, but instead of getting back on the horse and being like she was an asshole, they're just like they group all women into one category of like people who hurt me instead of like. And that's I think there's a lot of dudes that are younger that are in that category now, whether they consider themselves incels or if they're just bitter towards women because all they've experienced is negative feedback loops. Like there needs to be some like fixing, and I don't know how that's going to get fixed because you got to just get people to put their phones down and be in the same room and be comfortable enough to just be themselves.
Right.
Or else ain't no kids gonna get born unless there's other prolific people, because these white kids ain't fucking no more.
Yeah.
Condoms always on clearance.
True.
And none of y'all got AIDS no more.
Well, I got other things, though.
Which one is spiking now? Is there one that's, like, spiking up?
Chlamydia.
Yeah, it's probably easier to catch compared to AIDS, because AIDS isn't
that
hard
to
catch.
Isn't it? Those are the two.
But aren't those spikes not so much with kids, with old people and fucking?
So gonorrhea is more of the older generation, whereas chlamydia is more of the younger. So
yeah.
Also, you know what else is on a rise, which is fucking wild to me? Syphilis. Fucking syphilis, like of all things.
Yo.
Get your shit tested if you have multiple partners, even if you're using protection. Get yourself tested, and if you find out that your person wasn't like faithful, get yourself tested.
And prolific gay dudes. I'm not trying to single you out, but just because you got PrEP doesn't mean you can't catch everything else. You still got to wrap your rascal.
Exactly. Like, remember, herpes is forever.
Yeah, herpes is forever.
Like, you can chlamydia and gonorrhea. You can take a magic little pill and that shit'll go away in 7 days. But guess what doesn't? AIDS or herpes.
Yeah, that next generation is back in.
Or one of the heps. Definitely, that can't get rid of that.
Yeah, that's just gonna spread like wildfire as soon as the internet goes down one day. These kids are gonna fucking actually have to talk to each other. There's gonna be a rash of gonorrhea, syphilis.
Keep that in mind when you're dealing with a promiscuous person. Just get your shit checked, and also wear a fucking condom. You heathens! Jesus Christ!
Yeah, they make big ones.
Like, come on now, the fuck.
There's something else I want to talk about. Oh. Yeah, so this Saturday, if you're in Front Royal, or if you're in the Shenandoah Valley and you're not an asshole, they're having Pride Festival on Main Street. Come on out. Lita will be there. I'll be there in full regalia, because fuck these haters. Last year, I was meeting Lita almost right in front of the Catamount Lounge.
Yeah.
And a person in a dually diesel drove by and called her a faggot. So I'm going to be dressed as gay as possible, just supporting. I welcome anybody in a dolly to call me that.
That was so wild.
I welcome it.
Actually, just halfway.
Holler at your boy. Come out that truck. That's all I'm saying. You know, my dad gave me some wisdom one time, and not just me, but a couple of my friends, right? And my dad wasn't liberal on a lot of things. He probably had some ideas today that would be considered quite wild about gay people, but he also said whatever people do in their own house is none of my fucking business. And one of my friends was talking about how, like, if gay dude hit on him or whatever, he beat his ass. And I remember my dad rolling out from underneath the car. He's like, "You think gay dudes can't beat your ass?" And then he rolled back underneath the car, and I was like, so yeah, I'll let your boy.
Indeed.
Yeah. And support your local people, no matter what group they're in, because we're a community, and it takes all of us to make this shit work. The person at the bank, you don't know, they don't talk to you about their goings on in their life. You don't really know them other than your transactions. They could be part of a malign group that maybe if certain dickheads get in power, they may lose some rights, and that's not what America's about. It's about us living to pursue happiness, no matter what that is. It doesn't need to make you happy; it needs to make them happy and not victimize anybody else. That's all we're here for.
Yeah,
so
why can't we just be happy?
Support your neighbors, give them a hug, give somebody a Corona and a fucking hot dog, and fucking talk about the sunset. Be a motherfucking American. Your Instagram for all of your wares.
Yes. If you want to follow my art page, that is odd all underscore on Instagram. Or you can follow Lola on Loan. You can also hit me out on Facebook. That's Lita Lipstick Diamond. Follow me. Buy my stuff. I'm a starving artist. I like expensive things. I can't get those unless you buy my stuff.
The finer things in life.
Yes.
Go over to Instagram, Dirtbag Radio, Helltown Radio, and Golden_Orphans. There's 3 or 4 songs up there. Fucking tell me what you think. If you want to play on one of them, just fucking holler at me. You can come to the studio, record whatever you want to play on it, and we'll put it out. So there's gonna be violin on it. Yeah, like I've already got some songs I gotta write. Paul Genicola. I already have a song that's done that I think he offered to play leads, and Shannon Hahn is going to be doing some vocals too. I gotta write a song for that because Gotta write something. You nailed it. Something haunting needs to be
Yeah.
written for her to sing on with me.
She has that quality too to her.
So.
I like it.
But yeah, I'm gonna be grabbing people. I'm sure like there'll be many people from different bands that'll play on it. So.
Right on.
And if you're a drummer, I think I'm only gonna do like 4 songs with like real drums on them, but they're I'm gonna need probably 2 drummers because I want different feels for different stuff. So yes, and steel guitar player from Low Water Bridge Band. I want you to play a solo on a song. I'm gonna keep saying this until fucking I get in contact with him because I haven't seen him in a hot minute. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. That's the part about the whole thing that I'm the most excited about. That I've already I was like when I thought it up, I was like, and that guy will play on it. So I got to make that happen. Like I got to distortion. Like Jimi Hendrix on a goddamn steel guitar. Dude, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited in forever. Yeah, go over to Capital MMA, 8 local locations. Learn about yourself. If they're not freaking out when people are trying to beat the shit out of you. And calm your spirit animal, I guess. I don't know how to say it. I feel better after I fight people that volunteer for it in a padded place. Doesn't sound really good. And like I say every week, suplex your week, as well as 1 finger in the butthole is better than 2 in the pee hole. You forgot to say it. You gotta say the thing before I cut the camera.
Bye-bye.